And we're rolling. So this is day one of Inktober. And the word is, the prompt word is fish. So, fishy, fishy-io, I say. So what I'm doing to basically cut down on making these things like too long and unwieldy, I'm just doing a quick sketch ahead of time. And just going from there, just inking it. And so in each one of these cases, I'm going to be doing this. I'm gonna ink it. All of them throughout these 31 days, you'll see some element of the process. That is to say, you'll see either the time lapse of the process, or you'll see the time lapse of the process, or the full video with commentary like we're doing now. But you'll see some element of it. You'll see the, and on my blog, you'll see the finished product for what that's worth. But yeah. Bum, bum, bum. And it's good that they do the prompts, because I'm a guy who needs a good prompt. Because if I don't have a good prompt, or some indication, some slight hint what to draw, I will just basically sit here forever and a day. And then everyone would be witness to my every minor thought in the process of what should I draw? Blah, blah, blah. I bore myself, so I can only imagine what that would do to the rest of humanity. I mean, the lockdown is hard enough on people. Having me add to the misery with my boring nonsense. It just wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be right. So it's very nice that they do a little prompt. Certainly helps me out. They say fish. I do a fisherman. And then we just see the horrible after effects of this poor worm. And yes, for those who weren't quite sure about what the hell it was I was drawing. Yeah, that was a worm. Originally, I was thinking, oh, I'll just do like a close-up on a guy's hat, fishing hat, just loaded up with fishing hooks. But then, as I'm wont to do, I kind of like thought differently, thought better of that. Something I always remember back in the old days. I remember this one episode of Dick Van Dyke where I don't know, something about Rob went away on a fishing trip, and Laura was scared to be alone, and they had this running gag about Rob going to all this trouble of putting fishing hooks in his fishing hat, and then eventually, but if he pulled it down too tightly on his head, he'd embed the fishing hooks in his skull. I'm laughing now because it's timeless comedy. Dick Van Dyke Show. Watch it on MeTV or whatever the hell channel it's on now. But oh my goodness, used to love that show. Still do. I tell you, when it comes to comedies that stand the test of time, there aren't a ton of them. Some of them get dated. Some of them it's kind of like all right, they weren't as good as you thought they were, or what have you. But I gotta say, when it comes to old-timey sitcoms, Dick Van Dyke really holds up well. I mean, it's just so universal. It's like, work life, home life. And it really goes to show you how things in certain situations, husbands and wives, friends at work, about how things really haven't changed that much in society. Of course, this is coming from a guy who doesn't leave his house, so take that for what it's worth. Take it for what it's worth, which isn't probably isn't much. So we've got this probably more planks than that. The guy's on the dock. He's a fisherman, and he's going for it. He's casting it off. Yes. He's got his I was trying to think of just even one. Just trying to think of even one brand name fishing rod, because that's how much I'm into fishing. I want to say, was it Ryobi? Yes, I did work in a Kmart for a few years at Auto and Sports. Ryobi, I know. I remember some of the names of some of the hooks, or the oh God, I can't even think what they're called. I'll say this though, although I can never think of anything of fishing, I know nothing really about fishing. I will say that I did one. I mean, I could BS my way through a conversation pretty well though, and Linda can attest to this because I did that once. I think she heard me do it. I was talking to some customer or whatever, and he's just going on and on and on about fishing, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but I hung with him. I made mention of a couple different, whatever you call them, Swedish pimples. It's some kind of bait. I don't know. I can't remember. When I'm done with this, I will remember what it is I'm talking about. The things you put on the hook, not bait, but sometimes I like those little feather things. Oh my God, that's just gonna drive me crazy. And the funny thing is, anybody who knows anything about fishing right now is like screaming at the thing. It's like, it's called a tallywhacker, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. You know what? I really don't care. I really don't care. So, all right. So the whole thing here is that the worm is just terrified. He's whipping it up here and blah, 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 and all this motion lines. Yeah. And I'm trying to think. Oh, here we go. A little marker action. Oh boy, that's a too much. That's a too big a marker. Just throw some blacks in here. Not too many blacks because who needs it? Who needs it? Of course, I say that. He's the mysterious fisherman. Okay. And I think that is really oh boy, your technical pen. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do now. Give a hint of the surface of the water back there, but really actually I don't like that at all. But you get the idea. You probably just saw a fish and you go, "Ooh, I'm going to go after that fish." Because I'm a fisherman. And I've got my Swedish pimple. Anyway, that's it. And I'll just put it in the corner here. 1. Thank you.